If you've ever experienced your baby waking up screaming, with heart-wrenching cries, you know how distressing it can be. Did they have a nightmare? Or are they going through something more intense, like the so-called night terrors we often hear about? In this video, we'll uncover what really happens during a baby's sleep and if they can, in fact, experience this type of sleep disturbance. Throughout the video, you'll learn about the possible reasons behind these alarming episodes and understand when your baby's crying is a natural phase or something that may need more attention. This way, you can face those nights with greater calm and clarity. Are you tired of being startled awake and want to understand what's really going on with your baby's sleep? Then stick around until the end, and we'll clarify all your questions together. For many parents, witnessing their baby wake up in the middle of the night with a desperate scream is a frightening moment. The baby wakes with wide-open eyes, crying loudly, as if they've had a nightmare. At that moment, it's natural to wonder, could my baby already be experiencing the night terrors people talk about? This question causes even more anxiety, especially when it's unclear what's happening. Night terrors are a term that brings apprehension but usually occur in older children, not necessarily in babies. These sudden crying episodes often have a different origin and may simply be a response to some discomfort or a natural developmental phase. This is where understanding what night terrors really are becomes important, helping to distinguish them from more common causes in little ones. Night terrors are a sleep disorder that can be quite frightening, typically occurring in children around 3 years old and up. During these episodes, a child may wake up crying and even moving abruptly, as if in a panic. Despite the intense episode, they won't remember it the next morning, which often brings relief to parents, knowing there was no conscious trauma. During a night terror, the child isn't fully awake, even if their eyes may be open. This happens in a deep sleep phase, where the body reacts intensely, but the mind isn't aware of what's happening. Understanding this difference helps reassure parents and identify if what their baby is experiencing is truly a night terror. A baby's intense nighttime crying can have various causes, one of which is the discomfort caused by teething. When their teeth start coming in, it can cause pain and irritation, interrupting sleep and causing the baby to wake up crying loudly. This is a natural, expected process that can be more intense in some babies, especially during the early morning hours. Another common reason for nighttime crying is separation anxiety, which usually appears between 8 and 10 months. At this stage, the baby begins to understand that they are separate from their parents, which can cause louder, even desperate crying upon waking alone. This crying is a way of expressing insecurity and the need for closeness with parents, a characteristic of this period. These reactions are natural in a baby's development and vary in intensity from one child to another. Understanding the reasons behind the crying helps parents handle these moments more calmly. So, can you now recognize what might be happening during your baby's nights? Knowing these possibilities helps us respond to each cry with more confidence and calm. How about applying this knowledge and observing your baby's reactions over the next few nights? Identifying the causes might be the first step to more peaceful nights. And if you want to keep learning how to improve your baby's sleep and better understand each stage of their development, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss any content that can make a difference in your day-to-day life.